to 6 employees without uniforms, or you're referring to group
Oh, this is
6
beforehand.
employees?
Yeah, group six employees.
Okay,
they
so
kinda came
throughout
back
the
here
day,
for
so to clarify, throughout the
No, it was
day,
like
you
literally
did-
in like the last like 30 minutes, like before Mon got it was just like constant group 6 workers, and then Mon came in like having a problem with it, I'm pretty sure.
got it.
She
So
was like, hey, why aren't you letting this guy in?
let's see. So you're saying, again, I'm just clarifying here. When you had mentioned the 5 to 6 employees without uniforms, you're referring to the past 30 minutes to an hour before the stabbing. 5 to 6 group 6 employees did not have uniforms, right? Or are you saying employees had come through beforehand and it was a non-issue?
Oh no, we were denying like.
Okay, all right.
6
So
other people
y'all were
before we
making it
sent in.
common practice to turn people away who are not very clearly dressed for group 6. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Give me one moment.
So yeah, I mean that was kind of the gist of it.
All right. So here's what I have written down. You had mentioned that Mon had come in. You believe that they are a mute. And that, you know, over the course of the past 30 minutes to an hour prior to the stabbing, there's like 5 to 6 group 6 employees who attempted to come through with no uniform and were denied entry for not being, you know, identifiable as group 6. You mentioned you didn't know if it was Casual Friday, but it definitely seems like a Monday. You know, y'all politely asked if they could be in uniform because y'all don't know who they are, you know, what paperwork they have, all that stuff. Mon was writing some stuff down, and what ended up happening was she went behind the counter, then she pulled the knife, and so did the other chick, and then Mon stabbed Harper. And then Mon, you suspect, fell on a knife.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Perfect. Thank you very much, Spike. I appreciate it.
Okay, that's cool. You know, yeah. There's so much shit that happens then, man. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like
You're not wrong. You are not wrong. Hey, Dion.
Hello, may I ask you a favor?
Sure. What's up?
A very short one. Do you mind to move your cruiser just a little bit?
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you.
Am I free to go?
Yeah, you're free to go. You're free to go. All right, I will. I just have to move my car. I think I'm blocking ambulances. I will be right back, and I'll grab your statement. Okay. I'm sorry for the delay.
You're all good.
Is this where y'all pull your ambulances out? I am so sorry.
Thank you.
Try and breathe. Right.
Actually,
And listen to your back
one
here.
moment.
Let me put my bag down.
I needed a.
The audacity. Yeah, she comes through. She doesn't have her uniform. Oh, did you need to take my?
Yes, if I could borrow you back there in the corner, I'll take your statement
I'll come
there.
spill the tea here in a moment, please.
I need to go to bed.
Good luck, girl.
Thanks.
I'm gonna go to bed.
Actually, here will do.
Sorry, my
All right.
leg got severed, they said, and
Oh.
somehow my bones got broken.
Oh
Have you
my
heard about
gosh.
these explosive knives?
No.
Well, apparently they're doing a lot of damage.
Ooh, okay. All right. Would I be able to?
Yeah.
Would I be able to start with your ID and then phone number?
Yeah. Here's my eyes. My phone number is 420-597-3430.
So 420-597-3430.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. One moment.
Oh, sorry. Let me
You're
just
good.
wrap up this.
All right.
It's oozing. My leg is oozing.
Oh, did you need to see a doctor again?
No,
or?
no, it's okay. It's fine.
Okay. All right.
I just need
So
to
what
clean
happened?
the bandages.
Got
Well, you
it.
see, I am new to Senior Buns, and I'm just being a trainee, doing my thing, making my drinks, calling out the orders, really just kind of slaying the job. And then this girl comes in with a mask, with these ears on, and I notice like my trainer and stuff is like telling her, and like not just her but like other people were telling her, sorry, we can't let you in the back if you don't have a uniform for group sex. And she's like saying like, oh, like she's writing down on her notepad saying like, oh, well, just let me get back there, and once I do, then I'll get my shit together, all this stuff. And like she was really pressing them on like getting back there without her uniform. And so then I go up there and I'm like, listen, you heard them. They said no. Like, I don't understand what you don't understand, but like, you just need to go and dress for the job that you want. And then she comes behind the counter. And then I'm like, excuse me, do not come up to me. And I pulled out my knife because I just finished cutting some lettuce in the back. And literally, she's behind the counter. And so, yeah, I defended myself and took my knife out. Well, then she takes her knife out and she stabs me and then runs.
Okay.
And that's all
One
I know
moment.
from there because I was passed out.
Okay, so
She
I'm gonna
didn't say
read this.
anything whenever she pressed up to me. Like she literally bumped chests with me like this. Can I show you what she did? She did this. Well, I'm obviously limping, but she was up on me like this.
Okay,
Hold
so
on. She was like, she had more of a like running start, like
oh,
up on
okay,
me. Like
right,
I don't know
right,
how to
right.
like really, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
she
no,
kinda, like,
I know what
charged
you're
at me
saying.
and pressed.
Yeah, I
Then
know
she
what you're
bumped
saying.
my chest like that.
Okay, so I'm going to here. I'm gonna read this back to you. Let me know if I've missed anything. So you said you're pretty
Yeah.
new to Senior Buns. You were doing your trainee things, doing your thing, making them drinks,
doing
calling
my
out orders, just
job,
slaying the
securing that
job, just
bag.
as you said.
That's right. That's
And
right.
then this girl comes in with a mask and ears on, and you notice your trainer was telling her, and not just her, but other people are telling her that they're not being let in the back because they're not dressed for the job. They can't really identify them as Group 6 because they ain't dressed for the job.
That's right.
Okay, and then the individual in question here was writing on their notepad saying, you're writing things like, let me get back there. Once I do, I'll get my shit together. It was like really trying to get y'all to give in to letting them into the back.
Yeah.
But clearly that wasn't going to happen. Mm-hmm.
Right.
And so you go up there and say, listen, they said no, right? You're doing the trainee
Right.
things like, yeah, you following the rules.
Right.
You're telling them you done got told the rules. Now y'all got to follow them.
Exactly.
And then they go behind the counter. You said, excuse you, to which they pulled a knife. Well, you said you grabbed your knife because you already had it from cutting lettuce. Then they pulled their knife and chefed you up.
They chefed me. She severed my leg and
Oh
broke
my
my
gosh.
bones. Apparently.
Oh
I don't know
my
how
gosh.
that happens
Okay.
from a fucking stab, but Jesus.
Okay. All right.
She might even have an illegal weapon on her. I mean, if it's a knife that explodes, that sounds illegal.
So severed. I mean, surely your leg wasn't like severed, because
That's
that's
what
like
they
completely
said.
disconnected. Well, I mean, that's like cut, right? But not like fully off.
The doctor said that I'd be lucky to ever walk again.
Girl, you walking.
I am.
Listen,
With this cane.
it's okay.
With
It's
this
okay.
cane,
It's
you
okay.
know.
That's okay. You listen.
I need to put some better shoes on because it hurts.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I love heels and I have to give them up because this lady's a psychopath.
Girl, I'm gonna be real
I
with
can't be
you.
flawless like my dreams anymore. I
Ooh.
have to wear
Ooh.
flats.
Oh, okay. Well, tell you what.
Wear flats.
I think, willingly choosing heels, you a real one out here. You a real one.
Thanks.
Now, did you indicate that once they stabbed you, they left? Is that correct?
Yeah, I believe she started running, but I had fallen to the ground. I was in so much shock.
Right.
But I'm pretty sure, like, I mean, as I was falling, she started turning around and started heading away. So that's all I know.
Got it. Okay. Got it. I got it all written down here. So, all right. All right. If that's the case.
But whenever I woke up and they started taking me to the hospital, people started saying she was out there on the grounds, on the floor. So I don't know what happened to her.
Understaffed as usual.
Got
But I
it.
was
And
passed
did
out.
anyone indicate what had happened to her? Did she fall on her knife? Was she chefed up?
Just now, I'm new, so I don't remember his name, but the cat
Spike?
man's,
Mhm.
what's his name?
Spike?
Spike, yes. Spike told me just now. Well, he just told me, so I don't
Mhm.
know. Like
Right,
I said, I
right,
don't
right.
actually know, but he told me that yeah, she ran and fell on her own knife on the way out. How embarrassing!
That is crazy. So bizarre. So bizarre. Mm-mm.
It's bizarre.
Okay. All right.
Why'd you say
Harper?
that like that?
Well, it is bizarre that someone would
Do you
stab
think
someone.
I
and...
stabbed her?
No, I don't think you. Girl, if you done stabbed her.
My leg was severed.
Sorry.
I
just
couldn't
had
even
something
chase
in my
her if I
throat.
wanted to.
I know, because don't forget, listen, that knife wasn't ready to chef someone up. You was ready to chef up some lettuce. I
I
understand.
was trying to cut lettuce.
Okay.
Serve some
All right.
drinks. Warm up the sprung.
Yeah, don't forget, just slaying the job, as you said.
I'm really good at warming up the sprung, okay? People wish they could
Warm
sprung
drinks,
like this.
warm drinks ain't really the best. I'll be real. I'm drinking
Some people
it.
like it. I don't know why they don't like ice.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's much
I don't
easier
know.
if they just get fucking ice. Like sometimes I
Alright.
just roll my eyes and just put ice in there anyways. Like
Right.
don't
right,
tell
right.
anybody though.
Beyond that, Harper, was there any additional information you had that you feel would be relevant to the situation at hand?
Do you need a better description of her?
No, we have the individual. So.
Oh, okay. Well, no, that's it.
All right. Well, if that's the case, Harper, you're free to go. I appreciate, you
Thanks.
bringing this up. You have a wonderful
Thanks.
day. Stay safe, okay?
You too. Be sure to mention this to Alex so that he can fire her forever.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Sure, we'll do.
Add that.
And you're referring to Mr. River, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The
All right, we'll
owner.
do. What's
Question.
up? Yes.
Could you, if you need to talk to her or anything, could you please take her out of here? It's causing her anxiety spike and it's probably going to make her more sick.
Sure.
Thank you.
I
Like she
I have-
doesn't like hospitals at all. Is the
Okay.
problem.
So this does get a bit tricky. Okay, I'll take care of it.
Okay, thank you. Because yeah,
Yeah, no,
her
totally
anxiety is
understand.
very high. Yeah.
Hello. I'm Officer Rhodes, with the Los Santos Police Department. So from my understanding, so number one, this is probably going to be a little difficult. But ideally, I'd imagine you would not wish to be in the hospital as of now, right? Okay, so if that's the case, the only other area I would be able... Okay, so hospital's fine, just not the emergency room here. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, are you referring specifically to the emergency room that we're currently in? If we went to like a small office, would that be okay? Okay. Instead of just better, what, like, am I able to bring you over to Mission Row and ask you questions there? Would that do? No, I'm not asking for you to deal with something. I'm asking, you know, what would be ideal. Okay. Now, Doc, medically, is everything? Are we good? Are there any sort of limitations?
Just as long as she doesn't strain her back or any of her breathing and stuff, she should be good.
Okay. All right. Perfect.
But yeah, she should just take it easy for now.
Okay. So, unfortunately, I do have to handcuff you for the time being. You know, I'm trying to figure out what happened. So you are detained. Okay. All right. I can't cuff you to me, but what I can do is cuff you, bring you to an area that would be considerably better than here, and then cuff you to a chair or a table or something to that extent. Okay. All right. Give me a moment.
You need a room?
Yes. You won't have to right behind your back. Don't worry. All right. I'm gonna place you in
me have
cuffs
a
here. We are. There we are. All right. Let's go ahead and get you transported out of here.
All of our rooms are very small. This is the only big one, so it'll be this one. This is the only one that's like big
Perfect. All right. Thank you.
in the corner.
Ooh,
There you go.
Yeah. Wait a minute. What about this one?
That one's very tiny.
Wait a minute. I've been to one that. Oh, is it
Which
this
one?
one? Oh. Would this do? All right. Will this one do? Okay. All right. Give me just a moment. There we are. All right. I do have to frisk you for weapons given the circumstances here. Is there anything that's gonna poke, stab, stick, or prod me? All right. Carefully frisk you. Just a moment. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and grab the grab the knife here. All right. Just a moment. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cuff you to the bed. So ideally I'm gonna cuff your left hand to the bed here. Obviously in that manner you can still utilize both arms. Just a moment. There we go. All right. Okay. All right. So a few things. Number one, do you have some form of identification with you? I didn't do a full search of your person. It was for the sole purpose of weapons and weapons only. So I didn't look at anything in specific detail or anything. Here we are. Perfect. And Mon, could I also go ahead and get your phone number? Just in the event where I, if I had to reach out to you for any reason. Do you have one though? Just in the event where you did need to be reached out to? If not, that's fine. Got it. That is fine. Here we are. And Mon, go ahead and explain what happened from your perspective. Okay. You're helping a friend with their first group 6 run. Right. Sometimes, they're kind of winging it. Got it. Okay, didn't get its clothing yet. Entered senior buns, came out with no bags. Got it. Okay, went in to talk with them. All right. All right. Okay, so let's see. Got it. I can definitely see where you're coming from regarding the self-defense related stuff. though the stand, I guess my follow-up question to this, and just to clarify here, because I haven't necessarily asked many questions. I'm going to read you your rights just to make sure we're all on the same page. All right. So at this point in time, you do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say or do can and will be used against you in the court of law. You do have the right to an attorney during any and all questioning, and if you can't afford one will be provided by the state if available. You understand these rights as I read them to you today. Got it. So regarding the knife having been pulled, obviously we're talking about a fast food place in which they're cutting up things daily. Did this employee that had the knife, they already have it out, or did they actively pull it out to then, sort of aggressively, hold it towards you? Got it. Okay. Understood. Hmm. Got it. Yeah, I don't necessarily believe a pencil in that case would be a weapon. Now I do have some follow-up questions regarding, obviously, again, sort of going back to the self-defense, just making sure everything checks out. So just to be very clear, you only pulled your knife after the individual was essentially, seemingly getting ready to stab you with their knife, correct? Okay. Prior to pulling the weapon, did you make any sort of attempt to back away or anything to that extent?
Hello.
I more so mean not just the conversation bit, the specific portion about the knife being pulled. When the knife was pulled by the individual, did you move back in any capacity, or was it just your immediate sort of reaction to pull the knife? Got it. Okay. All right. Got it. Understood. I understand. I understand. Seemingly the only person to have been injured was the individual who pulled the knife on you, and yourself in this case. Unfortunately, based on the witness statements I do have, I don't really know who's responsible for having injured you. I don't really have any leads on that. And so just to clarify, you don't recall what had occurred after you had been injured, right? Unfortunately, the problematic bit here is that I can't just walk into well, I mean, as you can see, I'm a single person here because we are overworked, understaffed, dealing with call after call after call. I've had to interview several people on my own, ensure that you got transported while also giving Louise a ride back, then come back, continue interviewing everyone who I suspect to be involved and was willing to give a statement about, while simultaneously being interrupted several times throughout by people completely uninvolved. I don't have the means right now, unfortunately, of walking into Senior Buns. Sorry, could you show me what you wrote just a few lines prior? Miss out on which details specifically? Because the statements that I received did not indicate that they had seen who stabbed you. Specifically, there was mention of you having stabbed the individual that worked there, then running, and when you had ran, they did not see what occurred. I mean, I understand that, right? But I don't have any statements indicating or even pointing me in the right direction of who did. I mean, it's possible, right? But I can't necessarily force a statement or testimony from someone. Okay, well, do you know who it was? Okay, do you have any general idea as to who it could have been? Here, let me just look over that one more time. Hmm. Trying to think here. I mean, I can ask one of the other individuals who gave a statement whether or not they recall who else was in the area, or who else they may recall who was clocked in. But if what you're stating is right, it wouldn't be unlikely, if your assumption's correct and that they're covering for someone, it wouldn't be unlikely that they would very clearly omit someone, right? I don't necessarily know that we'd have. I mean, I agree, it's suspicious, but I don't know that there's anything actionable that I'd be able to do at this point. Like I said, I agree with you, but we sort of circle back to the original aspect of no one has even indicated. And so I'm going to be real. They're probably expecting me to arrest you. I can't. You're arguing, it was self-defense. Someone pulled a knife on you, was in an aggressive stance towards you. You feared for your life. You pulled the knife, and you did what you needed to, and then backed away immediately. Now, obviously, there are other elements of standing your ground. For example, calling 911 or informing police, but you didn't get to that point. You had gotten stabbed or beaten or something to that extent, resulting in an injury to your back, which indicates that you were obviously attacked while fleeing, right? The problematic piece is, again, nobody admitting or indicating that any one person did something, and as a result, I don't have a means of figuring out who did this to you necessarily, which is unfortunate. It's not ideal, but as you can see, PD right now is sort of very, very short-staffed, dealing with a million different things. But I will say this: it's probably best to avoid senior buns, if at all possible, given the circumstances. Because the last thing we need is for you to go there, them immediately try using this prior situation as an excuse. Good. Because unfortunately, a lot of people have this mentality of, they were wrong somewhere, but they're going to go back there. They're going to go back and then are surprised when, something happens again. When really it shouldn't be much of a surprise at all. Not that it makes it right, okay, but I mean, some people have this mindset of, like, a restraining order, for example, is some magical field. It's not. You know, you file a restraining order against someone that does not physically prevent them from doing something to you, right? And it's hard to explain that to some people who perceive, well, I have a court order. And I'm not saying this is you, by the way. I'm just sort of giving you some insight as to like the shit we see on a daily basis. And so what they'll do is they'll go to these places trying to poke the bear. You know, they have a restraining order against someone, but they're trying to get this other person to violate it. The other person sees that they're very clearly doing it. And then instead of being, you know, slick about anything, they're just, okay, good. That is very, very good. Okay, Mon, do I have any other questions? So the knife for now, by the way, is going to be seized as evidence given the circumstances. However, I will say this. If an opportunity does exist in which you can sort of back away from the situation, for example, what I'm saying here is, in this situation even, when they had pulled the knife and you had noticed that they were reaching for something, if you had backed away, and I'm not necessarily saying what you did was wrong, but if you had backed away, hopefully trying to, you know, get some distance and diffuse the situation, and the person, you know, went towards you after you tried backing away. Well, I know. I understand that they were very, very close to you. But the point I'm trying to make is if the opportunity does present itself in which you can back away, you absolutely should. But again, I wasn't there. It's, you know, it's easy for me to say this, but I'm just, you know, sort of letting you know the requirements. Oh yeah, 100% it's a split second thing. But if you firmly believed in that moment that the individual was going to make an attempt on your life, you're mostly clear on that front. Within reason, obviously. Okay. Mon, did you have any additional stuff that you wanted to mention? I'm not making an arrest as of now. I don't necessarily have a means of contacting you because you don't have a phone number. However, in the event where I did need to reach out to you, is there any ideal method of doing so? Okay. All right. All right. Understood. If that's the case, if I need to reach out to you for any reason, I will do so. Okay. So I don't believe you have any weapons on your person, given I've taken the knife and I'm going to be holding on to the knife. It'll be placed in evidence. I am going to get you uncuffed here, and you are going to be free to go, okay? Here we are. Let me get you uncuffed from the bed, and then remove the cuffs from your hand. All right. We're good. Let me go ahead and get this unlocked. And like I said, you are going to be free to go.
Should we clear that latest traffic on San Andreas Avenue back to service?
Stay safe. Which direction? There.
Dispatch, Echo Triple One, Saver T6, latest 911.
Hey, officer.
Is this urgent? Because if not, I need to make my way to Mission Row.
No, it's
Okay,
not.
I apologize. It's just
Yeah, no
there's
problem.
a million
Take care of
things
yourself.
happening.
Stay
Have a
safe.
good one.
Have a good one.
13076 Mission Row PD, report writing and evidence processing. Let's write this report. Um. Hmm. 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 Um. All right. I need. Water.
Riley,
You scared the life out of me. Howdy.
you are to present yourself to the locker room to dress yourself. Effective immediately.
Understood. Do you wish for me to call time?
Sorry?
It really does.
Hi, Rhodes.
Hello.
Yeah, I've only got a couple. I'll wait out here.
Um. Uh,
Yup. I think I'm gonna learn a lot though, so I'm excited.
Oh my god. I see in your uniform.
You know, can I tell you a joke? I think this is funny, but don't tell this to many people because maybe they won't think it looks funny. I was walking into the ransom room, and Barrick was right here. He said, "Wait, you going to that one?" And then he was like, "I was like, what? What do you mean?" And then
Dispatch, Echo 11123. 911.
what's your name?
Surprise. You take care.
Uh. And then hmm. Hmm. Um. Uh.
There's something going on there. I don't know what it is.
Did she
Let me
inform you
think.
about the gentleman that said he was above the Geneva Convention?
Excuse me?
Gentleman came up to the front desk, dressed in military garb, saying he was above the Geneva Convention.
What the fuck? Okay.
He would have a lot more context. I heard a few words, not the entire conversation.
All right, Mr. Rip Riley, I'm doing.
How do we do it before?
To see if you have everything that you need.
Hello, nice to meet you. My name's Lucas.
Hmm.
Cadet Lucas Lavender. Lucas Lavender. Hello.
Ugh.
So you can have a gun, a taser.
Oh my god, wait, I just realized. Was this a report earlier that I did? Like 1048, I think. Yeah, right here. This needs to be I, not R. Oh my gosh. Fuck.
Since you already have 3 clips of ammo.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry.
Oh, hello.
Oh, hey, Lucas.
Hey, Mara.
And I would grab.
Oh, Lucas, did you make sure to get a camera?
Too, because apparently every time you go into neutral, it's not a good. It just turns off. Maybe, I mean, already, if we're taking my car, it already has darts and ammunition. So if you want to put it in your personal locker, that should be fine. Yeah. Those things, and especially extra mags as well. Like I only carry one taser cartridge and one magazine with me, but I do have spares in the lock storage. So just be careful, walking around with a bunch of equipment that you're not gonna use.
This is all from what we had for the academy. So.
Yeah, that's fine.
Hey,
Hi, Lucas.
can I have a watch?
I think so.
Okay.
You should have a watch, actually. I think it's
Okay.
required.
Okay.
Just make it. I would say my advice: make it reachable to you, because as soon as you get out of your vehicle, it turns off by itself.
What? Okay.
Yeah, you have to
What's your
give
name?
give it a tap. My name is Dana Blackwell.
Hi, Dana Blackwell. I'm Lucas Lavender. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Yes,
You're shift
I'm
3,
a very
right?
professional cadet. Yes, from shift 3.
Why are you saying you're a professional cadet?
Well, just letting you know, like, so you don't think that I'm something else. I'm professional.
I don't think, but if you have to say that you're professional, usually means the opposite.
Oh, that's not true. Oh, I'm professional.
I'll need to see Mr. Lavender. I'm watching.
Period. Oh,
all right. I believe in you.
Hello.
Hello, Lucas.
Sorry. Yeah, go ahead, Riley.
Oh, okay. Hey, okay. Sorry.
Have you seen the watch?
We have new equipment.
Yeah, you might want to make it reachable, because the watch turns off every time you get out of the car.
What?
Yeah, every time you.
What kind of watch is that?
Should be a watch and equipment. Or are you asking what kind of watch that turns off like that? Is that what you're asking?
Like
I don't
so
know.
we put a scuba tank in every cruiser.
Sorry? No, so I'm saying you have the watch equipped, right? And you turn it on, and you would have a compass and the time and whatnot. But I'm saying you're gonna get into the car, and when you get out of it, the watch just turns off.
Oh, so
that's
it's
what I'm saying.
synchronized to the car. Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dana. Thank you.
Dispatch.
So you might want to get it in a either reachable position or something along those lines.
Yeah, of course.
You can just give it a tap and it starts working.
No worries. I appreciate you, Dana.
Not a problem. Let me have a recheck, re-eval. Let me see. Alright. Flashlight, camera, baton, watch, 2 max, strategic cartridges, plates. As far as I can see, I think. Oh, you are missing one thing that I would have just in case. Repair kit.
Is that the toolkit?
The toolkit, yes. You never know when you need to use one. It's always a thing that you could use. Even though I recommend, leaving it as a last reserve, because it damages the cars really bad.
Yeah, far too many trips taken with down the roadway.
Hey. Game time. Thank you for the 8 months. I appreciate it.
Radio check.
10-2.
If nobody's busy, can we outfit every cruiser with a scuba tank in it, just in case?
Oh. I think it's a good idea. I don't.
You think so?
No, I think it's a good idea.
Okay.
But I don't know. Actually, let me look at the latest announcement. New equipment. Secure scuba tanks in the vehicle. Unlock boxes for safekeeping. Yeah, I mean, I don't see an issue with it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna, because we got a lot of people in the motor pool, just like might as well just throw them in there, you know?
True.
1041.
y'all.
Oh,
But it's all my fault, brother. Can y'all put a scuba tank in one of these, whatever cruiser you guys are using? Boxes?
Yeah, I'll buy one in the armory.
Hell yeah!
Is it
Thank
armory,
you so
right?
much. Yeah, appreciate you.
Go grab one. All right.
Radio check.
10-2.
10-2.
Dispatch 869 1042.
Well, listen, the thing is, you know, Turner, he grilled me on.
No problem, guys. Good shit today. I'll see you tomorrow. Hi, mommy. What do we do?
Um. That was a jam. $130, 10-8. Ooh. Fog? Mm-hmm.